From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for the debate.
The Debate at 9, presented by Amity University, powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group,
The new Kia Seltos,
Century Ply, Club Prime,
PolicyBazaar.com,
and JK Tires.
Good evening and welcome, friends. The Parliament has passed 128th Constitutional Amendment Bill, which is the Women's Reservation Bill, the Nari Shakti Adhiniyam. And why this is important? Because it democratizes women's empowerment. You know, we belong to a geography of the world, friends, which gave the first woman prime minister anywhere in the world, Sirimavo Bandaranaike of Sri Lanka. Indira Gandhi became the second woman prime minister anywhere in the world. Golda Meir of Israel, again a conservative society. We have had a woman prime minister in Pakistan, Benazir Bhutto, for the last 30 years or so. Politics in Bangladesh has been dominated by two women, Sheikh Hasina and Khaleda Zia. But then what this Women's Reservation Bill does is a qualitative difference to women's participation and empowerment in politics and governance. The days of Rag Darbari in Indian politics are over. Men cannot corner majority of seats and hence control the narrative of politics. It's about gender justice, gender equity, something that was denied for whatever reasons. And we will discuss that today in this hour-long conversation that we are going to have. Aishwarya joining me. Aishwarya.
Absolutely, Abhishek. You gave some global perspective to it. But if we talk in the Indian context, it's history in the making. It's been passed by Lok Sabha. The subsections are being passed as we speak. But what's important is that this 33% reservation, this will change or bring in in principle change in Indian politics till now. It has not been that we don't have women in our politics. But you know, Abhishek, and the viewers will also know that the percentage of women presently in our Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, in our Vidhan Sabhas, 80% of the women, present women, Abhishek, are either wives, sisters, mothers, or daughters of an individual who have a male family member in politics already. Let me give you some details. In Lok Sabha, 78 female MPs are there out of 340. And you know this, out of the 78, 38, I repeat, 38 are directly connected to a male politician. Uttar Pradesh, 11 female MPs. 11 female MPs. And 48 female MLAs. 85% either ways. MPs and MLAs are connected to either to a political family or to an individual who is already very, very strong, Abhishek, in Indian politics.
Yes.
So what this reservation does, it opens the new pathways for a common Indian woman. And that's why I said, and I'm repeating, that it will bring in an in-principle change in Indian politics, and it does directly, and I repeat, directly impact every Indian household, Abhishek, every Indian household. Let's debate.
Let's just look at what we are going to discuss over the next 1 hour. All right, Women's Reservation Bill passed with overwhelming majority in Lok Sabha. That's debate number 1.
BRS leader K. Kavita speaks to Republic on historic legislation at 10 p.m. That's our exclusive, viewers.
And then debate number 2, opposition wants quota within quota and caste census. Why the politics of negativity? Debating at 10:15 p.m.
And at 10:30, Justin Trudeau completely cornered. And like how has India-Canada relations nosedive further? Debating at 10:30, viewers. And here are the headlines first.
History is
मत विभाजन का परिणाम इस प्रकार है। हाँ 454 454 454 ना 2
Has been the day history is corrupted. Nari Shakti Vandan bill passed in Lok Sabha with 454 MPs voting in favor of the bill.
Almost 8-hour marathon debate, viewers, in lower house bill to be debated in Rajya Sabha tomorrow itself with no delay.
ये अधिनियम लागू होगा तब के बाद 15 वर्षों तक महिलाओं को रिजर्वेशन गारंटी करती है, मोदी की गारंटी है।
Congress raises quota within quota demand and immediate implementation, but BJP gives point-by-point rebuttal.
देखिए हमारे प्रवक्ता ने इसका जवाब दे दिया है जी। वो जिस समय संविधान बना था वो उस समय ऐसा ही था ना। उसके बाद 42nd में अमेंडमेंट हुआ तो ओरिजिनल कॉपी होगी ना। ये हमारे प्रवक्ता ने जवाब दिया है ना इसका।
Congress claims constitution copy without the words secular and socialist deliberately distributed. BJP counters the claim.
Major diplomatic face-off between India and Canada. India issues travel advisory for Canada after Trudeau's provocation.
India invites Quad leaders for Republic Day parade event. US ambassador confirms invitation to President Biden.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. It was a historic day. It is indeed a historic day, a momentous one for India's democracy. While it has been spoken of for many, many years with different governments, prime ministers, parties in power, it was today that the Women's Reservation Bill was passed in the Lok Sabha by the Modi government.
Absolutely, and while the opposition did raise questions on the conditions like delimitation and census, viewers, and also asked for quota within quota, the OBC, the minority quota, the bill was passed with 454, and I repeat, 454 MPs voting in favor of the bill. And here are some of the glimpses of the debate that happened today, and then we debate, but there were also two, and they are said to be of the AIMIM MPs. Both of them have voted against the bill. Let's see these glimpses and then let's debate.
माननीय सदस्य, शुद्धि के अध्ययन मत विभाजन का परिणाम इस प्रकार है। हाँ 454 454 454 ना 2
September 20th, 2023 will be etched in history. The Women's Reservation Bill has been passed in Lok Sabha with overwhelming majority.
जो इसके पक्ष में हाँ गए, जो सदस्य विरोध में ना गए, मेरे विचार में निर्णय ना वालों के पक्ष में ना वालों के प्रदर्शन।
भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस की मांग कि यह बिल फौरन अमल में लाया जाए, लेकिन इसके साथ ही कास्ट सेंसस कराकर शेड्यूल ट्राइब, ओबीसीज की महिलाओं के आरक्षण की व्यवस्था की जाए।
ये कथन कि अभी क्यों नहीं, और ये वक्त हमारा बिल है तो अभी करिए। आर्टिकल 82 और आपकी अनुमति से पढ़ना चाहती हूं। Upon the completion of each census, allocation of seats in the House of the People to the states and division of each state into territorial constituencies shall be readjusted by such authority and in such manner as Parliament may by law determine, provided also that until the relevant figures for the first census taken after the year 2026 have been published. तो क्या ये विपक्ष के नेताओं का मत है कि जो संवैधानिक प्रक्रिया इंगित है संविधान में उसकी अवहेलना हो? शुड वी नॉट अबाइड बाय द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन?
समाजवादी पार्टी की हमेशा से यह मांग रही है कि पिछड़ा वर्ग महिला तथा अल्पसंख्यक महिला को भी इसमें सम्मिलित किया जाए, इसमें उनको आरक्षण दिया जाए। सर, प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा था कि हमें सिद्धि की बात करी थी सर, तो साधना से ही सिद्धि की प्राप्ति होती है और असली साधना तभी होगी जब हम महिलाओं को उनका पूर्ण आरक्षण देंगे, जब हम ओबीसी महिलाओं को इसमें इंक्लूड करेंगे, जब हम SC/ST महिलाओं को इसमें इंक्लूड करेंगे और जब हम अल्पसंख्यक महिलाओं को भी इसमें इंक्लूड करेंगे, सम्मिलित करेंगे।
We know that Muslim women are 7% of the population, but in this Lok Sabha, their representation only 0.7%. We know for a fact that the annual dropout rate of Muslim girls is almost 19%, while it is 12% for other women. Sir, nearly half of the Muslim women are illiterate. This Modi government wants increased representation for Savarna women. They don't want representation for OBC women and for Muslim women, sir. It is a deceive. You're deceiving the Muslim community by denying them this quota in this women reservation, sir.
ये जो लिस्ट है, ये ओबीसी समाज का अपमान है। 90 लोग हिंदुस्तान के सेक्रेटरी हैं, उनमें से 3 लोग ओबीसी समाज के हैं, 5% बजट को कंट्रोल करते हैं। तो जल्दी से जल्दी आप कास्ट सेंसस कीजिए, जल्दी से जल्दी जो हमने कास्ट सेंसस किया था उसका डेटा आप रिलीज कीजिए, और अगर आप नहीं करेंगे तो हम कर डालेंगे।
सब लोगों की अपनी अपनी समझ होती है। उन्होंने कहा कि देश जो लोग चलाते हैं उसमें सिर्फ 3 ओबीसी। अब इनकी समझ है कि देश सेक्रेटरीज चलाते हैं, मेरी समझ है देश सरकार चलाती है। मान्यवर, संविधान की स्कीम है, देश की नीतियों का निर्धारण इस देश की कैबिनेट करती है, इस देश की सरकार करती है, इस देश की संसद करती है। और आंकड़े अगर आपको चाहिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सांसद में 29%, 85 सांसद ओबीसी कैटेगरी के हैं। कंपैरिजन करना है तो आ जाइए। और मान्यवर मंत्री भी 29 ओबीसी कैटेगरी के।
The bill was passed after 8 hours of marathon debate. Lok Sabha done. The bill is now set for Rajya Sabha test before it becomes a law and women's reservation becomes a reality by 2029. Let's debate.
Well, yes, let's debate. Arnab Goswami isn't here today, but he's going to be back very soon. I have with me the national spokesperson of the BJP, a smiling Sanju Verma. I have Aditi Singh, MLA of BJP from Uttar Pradesh, joining in live from Lucknow. Namaskar, Sanju ji. I have Sumitra Goenka in the studio. I have Lalita Kumara Mangalam, political analyst, joining in from Chennai. We have Rashmi Sawant from Bangalore, Vivek Shrivastava joining in from Delhi, and we will have Abhishek Varis Pathan very soon.
We're waiting for him.
Yeah.
He should have come early.
He should have. But I'll take the first question to Sanju and then Abhishek, you carry on. Sanju, 454 and 2 on the other side. Though we heard a lot of quota within quota statements, OBC quota, minority quota, but everyone at the end of the day, I would say mostly rallied behind this bill. 454, beg your pardon. So that's a good sign. That's one positive sign to take out of it.
Aishwarya, many congratulations to all the women on the panel and of course the men as well. We are not going to discriminate on such a historic occasion.
Or to the men as well, yeah.
Yes, on a lighter note, albeit. I just have this to say, 454 votes in favor of the women reservation quota bill. It's historic. We needed a 2/3 majority, but 454 basically means 83.6% of those present and voting, which is as fantabulous as it could have gotten. Point number one. Point number two, to say that this is not a political debate, that would be hypocritical because we have representatives of various political parties. I would like to thank the opposition because they have been important stakeholders in the passage of this bill. But जब सोनिया गांधी ये कहती हैं, ये मेरा बिल है, ये अपना बिल है, ये हमारा बिल है, that is so far from the truth for the simple reason that at least on 4 occasions, right from 1996, when the then Prime Minister H.D. Deve Gowda tried to pass this bill to the occasions when Atal Bihari Vajpayee tried to do it in 1998, 2002 and 2003, not to mention even when the Manmohan Singh dispensation tried to do it in 2010. My limited point is this: the last occasion in 2010 when it was passed in the Rajya Sabha but failed to pass muster in the Lok Sabha, let your audience know that the BJP, which was in opposition in 2010, actually did not oppose this bill and actually endorsed it despite ideological differences with the Congress. The two major parties who refused to endorse the bill then were the Samajwadi Party and the RJD, who unfortunately, or by a strange quirk of fate, today are close allies of the Congress Party. And last but not the least, जब राहुल गांधी ये कहते हैं that
everyone knows that, Sanju.
Yes, everyone knows it, and I will just end by saying this. I think that historic speech by Amit Shah nailed every lie of Rahul Gandhi. But I would just, for the benefit of your audience, say this: when these people, and when I say these people, I mean those from the opposition benches who are still crying and whining about OBC quota kahan hai auraton ke liye. So please understand that as per the Delimitation Commission of 2008, how did we arrive at the number of 543 Lok Sabha members? It was 412 in the general category, 84 from the scheduled caste and 47 from the scheduled tribe. And in the general quota, the OBC category was also included. So this was Delimitation Commission 2008. Now, once the Delimitation Commission sits after
that's right, Sanju, but there is one point which you missed out. You spoke about Rahul Gandhi, but Abhishek, was Sonia Gandhi present when the voting was happening?
I'm told
was she present?
For whatever reasons, possibly health reasons, but she was not present is what we are being told. I have to confirm once, but that's what we are hearing. Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, Sanju.
Please.
Sanju, you congratulated men also on the panel. Yes, we are all happy. And I'm sure Vivek Srivastava would also be. But I don't know about some male politicians, some of them already members of parliament, who see perhaps their seats getting reserved for women and hence their careers coming to an end. And that is perhaps the reason why whatever delay happened in the passage of this very historic bill. But I just want to delve into some aspects of this development. And who better to understand progressivism than Vivek Srivastava? Essentially, just like BJP claims to be the chief owner of Hindutva, the Communist Party claims to be, or the communist philosophy claims to be the chief owner of progressivism. Both sides perhaps wrong. Yeah. But Vivek Srivastava, you think this is something which should have been accepted by all? Because remember, there are two votes. Your allies, your ideological partners who have not voted for this bill, the AIMIM.
Now, I'll speak on this, Abhishek. Now, first of all, the bill was tabled in the Parliament for the first time by Geeta Mukherjee, President of National Federation of Indian Women and a member of CPI. That was the first time that the bill was ever tabled in the Parliament. And we discussed with Arnab yesterday in the debate. And, subsequently, very rightly said by Sanju, time and again the bill was put into the parliament to be passed, and, there were hurdles and discussions and oppositions. Yes, it did happen. And finally, something has matured up today. Now, INDA bloc, no party is against the women reservation bill. Yes, people are talking of amendments. Somebody is talking of OBC. Somebody is talking about Muslims. Somebody is talking about, the Dalits and so on and so forth. But for all practical purposes, everybody in
Take
INDA
the bull by the horns.
more or less have supported this bill.
AIMIM, your ideological ally against the BJP?
No, they are not our ideological alliance. No, absolutely not. They are not the ideological alliance, and in fact, I think in many ways they benefit the BJP at times.
And the first opportunity.
However, yes, I mean they have a right. They are no. I'm not disowning them. They are also a registered, a party according to the Election Commission of this country, and therefore they have a right to maybe vote against or for, raise their own issues. They should also be addressed just like other opposition parties are being addressed too. I stand by. Now, one more thing before that I would like to add. Now, the Modi government is trapped on two issues. Number one, they deliberately did not conduct the consensus since 2021 because they did not want to change their team for 2024, more or less, 80-90% here and there. That's the first part. This bill, although they have passed it right now, Sonia Gandhi rightly said, you want to implement it right now for 2024. Because delimitation and census are going to take it, drag it down even beyond 2029. But the Prime Minister was not willing to listen. Okay? And the final point is, they thought that the various constituents of INDA will fight. They thought they are going to, disunite us because some people are going to be in favor of reservation and some people who are traditionally, not in favor
but
of
these claims, Vivek, but these claims of yours that it will go till 29, Congress leaders are saying it will go till 34. I'm just putting some facts. Sumitra Goenka, Lalita Kumara Mangalam, Rashmi Sawant, I'm coming to you, Aditi. There are these facts, Sanju. When Aditi Singh, I'll saying that one party after the other today is talking about the OBC reservation within the women's reservation, but is it a fact or not that the former Union Law Minister Veerappa Moily squarely ruled out providing reservation for the OBC in the Women Reservation Bill on 24th of March 2010, he did. And that's not it. That's not it. Is it a fact or not that the representatives of CPIM, while deposing before the Standing Committee on 2008 version of the bill, squarely said that they don't agree. They don't agree with the OBC reservation within the 33%. It was brought on record. These are records, Vivek Srivastava. You can bring in these issues when you don't agree, but in principally, the Congress and the left have been categorically saying this exactly, and you are on record. From Veerappa Moily to the representative of CPIM. But I'm taking this question to Aditi. Aditi, is this opposition only happening for the sake of it? Aditi, Aditi, Vivek, you've spoken, let the others speak as well. Aditi Singh.
Firstly, I'd like to, look, it's been a historic day, and I'm going to jump on the euphoria bandwagon, and I'm going to say that I think it is an absolutely historic moment, not just for women and not just for female politicians, but also for democracy. And I want to congratulate, despite the arguments, we've seen this be one of the perhaps more cordial sessions that has been held in Parliament. Of course, there are disagreements in discourse, but the fact that 454 MPs voted in favor of the bill, let's just take a second to rise above just party politics and congratulate all our MPs and all, just the democratic process that we happen to see before us. And I think it's a big day for Indian democracy, first and foremost. Having said that, what we're talking about in terms of just the implementation of the bill and introducing it into the cabinet and having it be passed by Lok Sabha, indeed it takes a lot of political willpower that our Honorable Prime Minister has shown. And the Congress can harp on about, oh, but then why not today, why not tomorrow, why not day after? But you haven't been able to do it for the last 60 years. So rich coming from you, Congress Party. But having said that, I think it's brilliant that we've gotten so far, just even in the last couple of days, and it being passed in Lok Sabha today, absolutely monumental.
Okay. Okay. Lalita Kumar Mangalam, you know, as former chairman of the National Commission for Women, as a woman leader, you think this is perfect landing for the Women's Reservation Bill becoming a law? Or you think it could have been better in terms of more clarity about when it actually kicks in? Like the confusion between 2024, 2029, some people saying 2039?
Look, let's first congratulate not just Prime Minister Modi, who needs special congratulations for having the absolutely solidly practical head that made him see this bill through. Remember, this bill has been introduced several times before, and for one reason or the other, it has not been passed by Parliament, especially the Lok Sabha. Today, the Lok Sabha, despite all the problems, all the tall claims, etc., it was passed by 454 to 2. And the whole country wants to bash up those two who didn't vote for it. That's on a lighter note. On a more serious note, laws are made not just because of policies and intentions. For any bill to become law, it has to be passed by both houses of Parliament. There was a time when the Congress could have done it, but they lost their, whether it was their guts or whatever it was. They gave in to the demands of their allies, notably Mulayam and Lalu, and it was not introduced in the Lok Sabha, though it was passed in the Rajya Sabha. They had, I mean, that was an apt time. So I find it very ironic that anybody in the Congress claims it was Rajiv Gandhi's idea or their idea. The idea has been there for a very long time. As has been pointed out, it was Geeta Mukherjee who first introduced this bill. She was at the head of the National Federation for Indian Women, and she was a CPI MP. But today, what happened is historical, because despite all the problems, the bill has been passed and resoundingly passed. It's very obvious, and there's that old saying that says that nothing can stop an idea whose time has come. Narendra Modi's genius is that he understood that the time has come.
Absolutely.
And he put the oar in and managed to get the boat onto the shore where everybody wanted to land. Which is why there is euphoria in all circles, not just the BJP's, because we managed to do something remarkable today, but also I think women across the board, activists, politicians, women at the grassroots level, many women in different states who, having seen how well the women have done in panchayats, where we, I think, have almost across the board 50% reservation now, who also wanted to have a chance in the assemblies. Remember that this is the step that will give women a role in decision-making. Just being a member of parliament is not the point. The point is that there are enough numbers of women who will come in, who can stand together and actually get women's issues on the board and dealt with. And this is what
yes,
is the
it
most
will,
important thing,
Lalita
that
Kumar
we
Mangalam,
want,
but I'm
we
only
need,
saying
we
this.
deserve, it's our right.
No, I'm just budging in there because you mentioned Geeta Mukherjee, Vivek Srivastava did. Right, Lalita. But it was the CPIM. And I'm repeating, Abhishek, that in the standing committee in 2008 version, they squarely went on record and said that no against OBC. Sumitra, Goenka, I'm saying it was Nehru who was squarely against the minority sub-reservation. No, I'll come to you. Okay, got it. But I am saying, Sumitra, today some are jumping up and down, clamoring for religion-based reservation, saying that there should be, Abhishek, a reservation within reservation for Muslim women. But Nehru was squarely against it. Yeah. Was squarely and completely against it, Sumitra.
Exactly.
Points first in terms of statistics, and then I want to even point out the hypocrisy of these political parties. So the first point is this bill is for the equity, because women need equity for equality. This is the very important point. Secondly, we need more women because that means diversity and inclusion in policy making space. If you look at the political parties now, only I think Naveen Patnaik's party and AITC has given more than 35% seats to women in elections so far. And what is the ratio of others? Like DMK has given 2 seats in the last election, NCP 2 seats, Congress is 13.7%, SP has given 5 seats, RJD 3 seats. Now if you look at these seats also, you will see that these seats have gone mostly to some of the other dynasts. So basically you are not allowing women who are competent, who are capable enough to come into this policy making sphere, and you are restricting the entry of such women. Now, I want to ask a very simple question to these people who are asking questions about the delimitation, about minorities, about other things. I want to tell them, see, today is a day for women. Let it be for women. Don't divide women into minority, majority, SC, ST, OBC.
That's the point, right?
When you're going for an election, are you really voting in that terms? And secondly, one more thing is, today in the Lok Sabha elections, when you're voting, there are 412 general seats, 84 SC seats and 47 ST seats. There is no OBC, there is no Muslim seats. So why there is a special mention here? Why are you complicating this issue and spoiling the game? Today it is a day when all the women want to come into politics or policy making. They feel that they are getting empowered. Empowerment is for the future generation.
Right.
So it is really sad to see this kind of politics happening.
But it's happening, but it's also happening. But Abhishek, what is also happening, Sanju, is that there is more credit mongering than opposition to this bill, Abhishek. Everyone wants to take the credit. I'm just giving 2 points, Abhishek, and then you take the question. At the outset, first of all, this is not the same bill. Sanju Verma, you were just explaining this is not the same bill. Let there be complete clarity. The 2008 bill said that the 1/3 of Lok Sabha seats in each state and UT to be reserved for women. This 2023 bill goes for a blanket 1/3 seats of Lok Sabha. The 2008 bill stated that reserved seats were to be rotated every general elections to Parliament Legislative Assembly, Abhishek. This bill says reserved seats to be rotated every delimitation exercise. So it's very important. It has been changed according to changing times. Sanju.
Yes, Aishwarya, I think you pointed out some very interesting statistics, you know, for the benefit of your viewers, because this question keeps coming up, and I've been on a zillion debates on this issue in the last 48 or 72 odd hours. Why is it that 2026 ke baad delimitation will happen? And the limited and pointed response to that is this. What nobody seems to be talking about is that there is
Please explain this to the Congress, Sanju. Congress is claiming it. Please explain this to Congress.
May I please, Aishwarya, let me please
please
finish.
go ahead.
Thank you. There is the 91st Amendment of 2001, and the 91st Amendment clearly says that till 2026, there will be a freeze on the number of seats that can be increased in the Lok Sabha and the distribution of those increase in Lok Sabha seats across relevant states and union territories. तो 2026 से पहले delimitation as per the 91st Amendment हो ही नहीं सकता, no matter what you do. Point number one.
That is why you introduced the clause of delimitation.
Vivek, I did not interrupt you. At least today, please hold your horses. I did not heckle you even once. I will just finish by saying one thing.
Okay.
The Congress keeps talking about OBCs. Sonia Gandhi today suddenly remembered Narasimha Rao, the same Narasimha Rao whose mortal remains were not even allowed in the AICC headquarters for a decent cremation when he died on the 24th of December 2004. Thank God she remembered Narasimha Rao, but I will just say this. When you talk of OBCs, please note, as Amit Shah said, and I will just reinforce very quickly in 20 seconds, 29 of the cabinet ministers in the Modi government are OBCs, which means 37% of the cabinet strength. 41% of the overall MLCs in BJP are OBCs. We have 85 MPs who are OBCs. 27% of our MLAs, overall MLAs are OBCs. And mind you, one more thing. We have 11 Dalits in our cabinet and 8 people from the Adivasi community in the central cabinet. I want to ask Rahul Gandhi, you ruled the country from 2004 to 2014. How many OBCs were there as ministers in the Manmohan Singh aka Sonia Gandhi's kitchen cabinet? Jawab hai to jawab do. Otherwise, stop peddling your false narrative that Modi government is disempowering OBCs. Because nobody is buying your cash.
जवाब बहुत सारे हैं.
Vivek, hold on. Vivek, you know, I'll come to you. I will add to what Sanjeev Verma has asked of you. But I have to get opening comments from Rashmi Samant also. She has waited for all these 35 minutes that we have been on the program. Rashmi, at about 15% or perhaps 16%, the number of women MPs in the 17th Lok Sabha, which is the present Lok Sabha, which passed the Women's Reservation Bill today, is the highest since 1947 in independent India's history. So in many ways it's symbolic. Today in this Lok Sabha, there is no Lalu Prasad Yadav, there is no late Mulayam Singh Yadav, there is no late Sharad Yadav. The Troika, which was essentially leading from the front when it came to opposing the Women's Reservation Bill. So times have changed. There is a decisive political leadership that saw that this is the time that it should be done, and to make it special, a special parliament session was called. And this bill made the first bill passed in the new parliament building. So obviously there is a lot of vision that has gone into what we are seeing today. Rashmi.
Well, totally. I think the timing couldn't be better, and what the message that it sends is that this is the will of the future of Bharat, and this is how we will chart out the future, the coming couple of years. But what I see from this sort of historic precedence that we have is that women empowerment has been used by political parties over and over for posturing. It has always been the stump line of multiple, parties as their campaign line. Multiple, leaders in the opposition currently have used the word women empowerment over and over and over. But one way or the other, they always shied away from actually doing something about it. And today, when someone's actually taken the lead to do something about it, there's this mad rush to take credit for it by people who did nothing to bring about women empowerment in this country within the parliament. And I think that is what is, very disappointing, that today, even when we have change, the mad rush is to actually take credit, but not to, ensure that there is proper implementation. People are coming up with all kinds of unconstitutional comments that clearly says that these people care more about posturing than about women empowerment in this country.
Okay. Vivek, now you get to answer to Sanju Verma. I'll just add that you think the manner in which this caste injection has been sought to be put, that's absolutely negative politics played at a time when everyone should have focused on just this one objective of getting women's reservation bill passed. Congress party has effectively ran with the hare, hunted with the hound. Remember, if the Congress party claims, Vivek Srivastava, that in 2010 they got the bill passed in Rajya Sabha, it was because of BJP support. And the same Congress party did not let the bill get passed in 1998 when Vajpayee wanted, in 2002 when Vajpayee wanted, because it was looking to its allies.
They made those bill into a paper ball and threw it at the chair.
It was looking to its allies. The Congress party was not interested in women's reservation bill.
First of all, no, it's not like that. First of all, you see, the present government declared that yes, they're going to have a special session of the parliament. They never called an all party meeting. They never discussed the bill. They never gave the draft. They never talked. So, I mean, this is not the way things are done in a democratic country, number one. I'm very clear about it. You have to give respect to everyone. Everybody supported the bill today.
Oh my God.
People, नहीं ऐसे नहीं होता. ऑपोजिशन से बात हर एक को करनी चाहिए.
सरकार में आ जाइए.
तांत्रिक देश है और नहीं है अगर तो आप बोल दीजिए साहब डिक्टेटरशिप.
No, but which opposition? That opposition? No, that opposition which made this bill into paper balls and threw it there.
आप सुनिए पहले.
Forgetting 1998.
ऑपोजिशन को चाहिए नहीं पेपर बिल.
The country will not please calm down.
PV
Varis Pathan joining in of the AIMIM. And can I have Sanju Verma versus Varis Pathan? Varis Pathan, has your party officially voted against the women's bill? Give me the first official reaction of the AIMIM. And why, Varis Pathan? Why? Why are you against 33% reservation and upliftment of women? Why, Varis Pathan?
They're draconian and anti-women, that's why.
Well, sir, during the course of today's debate in the parliament, our party president clearly stated that he is opposing the bill on the ground as this bill is a women deception bill. It is anti-Muslim, anti-OBC, and this is not an inclusive bill, but this is an exclusive bill. The reason for saying this is simple, that the intention of the bill is to see that women empowerment.
Coming, son, you give him 30 seconds.
Women's representation there. We all want that to happen, but we want the OBC women should also get the representation. We want the Muslim women should also get the representation. Why not give them representation? Today you see we have given the data. There are 7% Muslim in the country population. Out of that only 0.7%.
No, I'll give you data. What data are you talking about, Varis? Varis, on every point you say Nehruji. No, Varis.
0.7% representation in the Lok Sabha.
Varis Pathan, you have to listen to this today. No, Varis. You always say Nehruji this, Nehruji that. I'm quoting today.
Why?
I'm saying the guiding light of the Congress party.
That time also our party
Nehruji
objected that even in that bill the representation
religion-based
of the OBC
reservation
and Muslim
while
women should
speaking
have
in the
been there.
Constituent Assembly on May 26, 1949, right or wrong? Waris? No. Every time you come up in your party leader, you say BJP doesn't hail to Nehru, BJP doesn't listen to Nehru. Abhishek, today.
Allow.
No, it doesn't. You have opposed. Are you missing the point? It was a historic bill and it could have been 456.
We are asking for
100%.
We are
it's 99.
asking simple question.
But two of your MPs didn't vote.
We have placed the data before the parliament to show why
coming, Sanju, 30 more seconds, coming.
Have a representation, why there should be an OBC women representation. Because we said
all
the
women
17th Lok Sabha.
Okay.
690.
May I?
Allow me, sir. Till now, 690 Lok Sabha, 25 Muslims only. Why? What is the percentage? Can you say? And why don't you want the Muslim representation to be there in the Lok Sabha or the Vidhan Sabha? There has to be there. Sir, you spoke about Nari Shakti Vandana. Now, our party president today stated so this in the parliament as well that 63 million women missing or disappeared. Is this your Vandana? 20 million women have dropped out, sir. This is Nari.
This is not the topic of the debate.
Bilkis Banu rapists, you allow them to go scot-free.
This is not the topic of the debate. I'm sorry.
No,
talk about Shah Banu.
Of the
talk
debate.
about Shah Banu.
This is why
you have the guts to talk about Shah Banu.
So that
Bilkis Banu par bhashan mat do. Shah Banu par baat karo.
They raise their voice in the parliament. This is part of the topic. You cannot have your own agenda.
Asaduddin Owaisi's children study abroad. And Asaduddin Owaisi wants Indian Muslim women to be
और सबका साथ सबका विकास सबका विश्वास बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ
on Nari Shakti.
The debate is on that.
You do not even know how to spell Nari Shakti.
What you have to do.
Do Asaduddin Owaisi's children study abroad? Yes or no? The answer is yes.
Talk about women.
Why the hell does Asaduddin Owaisi want Indian Muslim women to be trapped in hijab, nikah halala and polygamy? Iska jawab do.
They have all the right.
Will you allow your own daughter?
Sanju Verma, my issue is not that. Sanju, my issue is, and I repeat before I go to Sumitra and then the others also want to come back today. Abhishek, I'm quoting and please tell me if I'm wrong. Listen to this.
Why do we object to such kind of
I'm quoting the first Prime Minister of India. You better listen, Waris Pathan.
Why did you not have a concern?
I'm quoting Jawaharlal Nehru from his speech to the Constituent Assembly on 26th of May 1949. And now you listen to this. Sanju Verma, I would have to put your feather down. Waris Pathan, hold on, listen. And then you debate. Pandit Nehru said, but if we go in for reservations on communal and caste basis, we swamp the bright and able people and remain second rate or third rate. I am grieved to learn how far this business of reservation has gone based on communal consideration. This way lays not only folly but disaster, Sumitra. And these guys talk about...
These people are talking about Muslim women. I want to tell you one fact. See, out of the 17 Lok Sabhas, there were 4 Lok Sabhas in which there was not a single woman Muslim representative. So when these people are talking about secular party, then what happened with these Muslim women? Now if Mr. Owaisi is so keen and he is voting against, will he leave his seat and give it to a candidate?
That is why we want
quick reply, Waris Pathan.
I don't know what is the problem. Can I please respond?
Will Mr. Owaisi give it to a woman candidate? It's a winnable seat, right? You please give it to a woman candidate, a Muslim woman candidate, and bring her to the Lok Sabha.
What, Waris Pathan?
You don't have to.
You give it to OBC or you give it to a woman candidate.
This is just a jumla by the BJP
prove it.
Coming,
Lalita,
coming. 2024 election.
May I come in,
What were they doing? Allow me. What were they doing since the 9.5 years?
What stops you? Don't wait for reservations. Don't wait for the bill. You just go ahead and take action on your own.
Now in 2021.
Okay, Waris Pathan. Sanju Verma, hold on.
Allow Aishwarya 10 seconds.
Why are you saying Sanju Verma?
Sanju, there is a big difference between... I don't want to fight today. Let's relax. Everyone is speaking. Sanju, relax. Abhishek has a point to make.
Keep saying Sanju Verma. I am quiet.
बोलने ही नहीं देते ये लोग क्या करेंगे?
You just said about the time, Sanju Verma. Please. Yeah.
Okay, Waris Pathan. Waris Pathan, Abhishek Kapoor बोल रहा हूँ. I am with Aishwarya.
Now a census होगा.
Okay.
नाउ सेंसस
वारिस
होगा
पठान।
अभिषेक साहब,
आप सुनिए,
कब होगा पता नहीं, जाएगा नहीं पता।
आप सुनिए ना वारिस भाई सुनिए, ओके वारिस भाई सुनिए, आपकी मदद कर रहा हूं, आई एम हेल्पिंग यू वारिस पठान।
So this is just
Should we not follow the constitution?
Okay, Sanju, pull back. I have a question for Varis Pathan.
Should we not follow the constitutional
Okay, Varis.
under Article 170?
Sanju. Okay.
Article 82.
Fair enough, Sanju. I have a question for Varis Pathan. Please let me ask. Varis Pathan, when reservation was brought in civic bodies in 1986, at that time in Hyderabad, and this is to your credit, Varis Pathan, I don't know if you had these facts, but it helps you. AIMIM already had 15% women of its 38 members in the municipal corporation. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि AIMIM बिल्कुल महिलाओं के against है. I think what you have tried today is absolutely low level of communal politics, Varis Pathan.
Why nobody in
Exactly.
the country
Well
is
said,
against the
Abhishek.
women's?
Well
Let
said.
me tell you one thing, nobody in the country, a sane person, would be against women. We all have sisters, daughters, mothers,
Only
everybody.
two
Here the question
MPs
is
were
reservation.
against the bill
That was
today.
question of
Imtiaz
reservation.
Jaleel and
Give it
Asaduddin
to others.
Owaisi.
Why not to OBC and the Muslims?
454
What prevents
MPs
you
supported
from
the
giving
bill.
reservation to the
That should tell you where you stand.
No, who is intervening this? You
After
kindly reduce
Imtiaz
the
Jaleel and Asaduddin Owaisi, these were the only two gentlemen who were against the bill
Let's
today.
listen to Varis Pathan. Let's listen to Varis Pathan. It's difficult for him to defend himself. Listen to him.
Allow me.
Okay, Varis Pathan,
Allow me.
complete.
The
I
question
asked
is
you a
that
question that you are
2021
actually not against women in politics.
Now a census will take
Hypothetically
place
assume that there is a reservation,
after
separate
census
electorates,
delimitation.
communal award,
Sir,
and
you
Muslim
listen to
seats in
me.
India. Then would you reserve 1/3 seats for Muslim women or not?
See, here I have to fight with. See, I think I am debating with several of the BJP spokesperson. So allow me to give me opportunity to make my point. As soon as I start, one of the lady spokespersons, she comes and she starts yelling. I don't want to answer to her question, sir.
Carry on, Varis. No rhetoric today. Varis, no rhetoric.
Varis Pathan, I have asked a very
short on
important
time.
question.
Yeah.
Very important question.
Answer to that.
Suno.
Answer.
A very important point I
Boliye,
am
Varis.
making, that is in 2021 a census was to be held, which they did not. Why? No answer to that. Now a census will take place. When? Nobody knows. After that a delimitation will happen. When? Nobody knows. After that the bill will come into introduction and then the representation will be given. I don't think so this will come before
Varis, because that's the process.
My friend,
Varis, you are hitting out at the process.
If they had a clear intention, they would
When
have
I was
given
hoping
the
that today
reservation
everyone,
right now.
Abhishek, everyone, Varis, you are hitting at the delimitation process, you are hitting at the census process.
Okay, Varis Pathan, delimitation happens, census happens, after that
I
would
am
you
hitting
agree
at
to
the
women's
intention of
reservation?
the
Please tell me.
BJP for getting this bill at this moment.
Why not?
Oh, you are questioning the intention.
That is what we were saying.
Where were you?
Implemented right
Where
now
were you
and
when the bill was made into paper balls and threw at them? You gloated in the non-passage. You said it was a grave threat. You said it was a grave threat. You made sexist remarks on women during the opposition to it. And you are saying that they are not true to it. You are saying, what? No. What? No. You can continue this. Don't oppose such a bill. Lalita Kumar Mangalam, last 30 seconds.
Fact, show me, I will answer.
I will rebut. This is not an issue to just go on.
Show me, I will
You have to come with facts sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, for all those who are shouting
Lalita.
about OBC,
I am with facts. You don't have facts. You are just
etc.
leveling baseless allegations. And allow me to rebut if you have.
I'm not leveling anything baseless. You just said it you spent the last 25 minutes shouting about it.
Justice.
Now,
want justice to
all
the
parties have a
OBC
choice to give women
and to the
seats.
Muslim women
The
as well.
problem is that they never were given seats, which is why this reservation bill has come in. Whether this is the AIMIM or any other party, they can choose to give seats to women from the general quota, which includes the OBCs. Why don't they? I've never heard a male politician who comes from a party that's opposed anything to do with women's empowerment be able to give a sane, sensible answer to this question. Why don't you yourselves take the initiative of giving more women seats in your own parties instead of constantly finding fault when a path-making bill has just been passed?
Sanju, Aditi, Sumitra, Lalita ji, Rashmi Sawant. I would have really hoped. I'm really short on time, but I really hope. I am seeing a smiling Sanju Verma after a very long time, because that's the time. That is what has happened. It's historic, and it's really sad when I see one Waris Pathan coming out and saying, Abhishek, no, this is not done. ये गलत हो रहा है, ये धोखा दे रहे. नहीं है Waris bhai. This is no time for politics. That's the time we have on debate number 1, viewers. That's the time we have. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. And of course, stay with me, because on the other side, we get you an exclusive interview with K. Kavita of the BRS, and then a sharp debate on Women's Reservation Bill continues.